What is up, guys? It is Blaine, and this is The Burning Ground, and Clash of Champions is just 2 days away. Am I excited about it? No, not really. I feel like it's the last pay-per-view of the year, and WWE didn't really know what to do, so they just threw a bunch of matches together, and I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see on Sunday. It may be pretty good, but there's not very many matches on this card that I'm really like super excited to watch. But I'm gonna watch it anyways because that's what I do. But this is my predictions video. We're gonna go through the card. I'm gonna say who I think's gonna win, who's gonna lose. What I think the consequences of these matches are gonna be, if any. But let's start with the kickoff match. As far as I know, there's only gonna be one match on the pre-show, and it's Zack Ryder versus Mojo Rawley. I think they're rushing into this a little bit. Zack Ryder and Mojo just were a tag team not that long ago, and Mojo just turned on Zack Ryder because they kept losing. It's not the way I thought that would go. They were kind of hinting a few months ago that it was going to be Zack Ryder that actually was going to turn heel, but they flipped it. It's Mojo, and I don't think that was a smart decision, if you ask me. I think Mojo is kind of that guy who's better as a babyface. And I think Zack Ryder could use a good heel push, He could be a bad guy. He's done it before. And I think that could be what he could have used to really move forward finally in the company, but they decided to go with Mojo as the bad guy. I think this is going to be a one and done kind of thing. They're going to wrestle here. They might wrestle again at Royal Rumble. I doubt it, but they just never invest enough time into Zack Ryder. But who I think is going to win? I think Mojo's going to win because I think maybe they're going to try to do something with him. But like I said, I don't think it's going to go very far. But no, I think Mojo's going to take it. Poor Zack, he's always just kind of brushed to the side. And he's just doomed to always be a jobber. And it's no different here. So that's the only kickoff match that I know of. Sometimes they add them in last minute during the show. But yeah, Mojo Rawley. Next is another match that I feel like they just kind of rushed into for no reason, and it's the Breezango and the Bludgeon Brothers. A stupid name for a tag team. This whole Breezango thing I think is kind of run its course. The whole Fashion Files thing. I feel like it's just repeating itself every single time. It's always somebody has attacked Breezango, and then they fight at a pay-per-view, and it's the same thing over and over, I think. And I think it's kind of run its course. And plus the Bludgeon Brothers, I'm not feeling them. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan really didn't need another silly gimmick. They were perfectly fine. Hi, wife.
Hi.
They were perfectly fine as the Wyatt family. Even when they were out of the Wyatt family, they were still fine as just Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They were fine the way they were. But WWE decided, hey, let's give them giant hammers, and that's going to make them look cooler. But I personally think it's kind of dumb. And I feel like this whole match in itself is just kind of a filler. Like I said, they didn't know what to do. They were this close to the end of the year, plus Royal Rumble's coming up. So WWE just started throwing some stuff together. And I think that's where this is coming from. Who do I think is going to win? It's the Bludgeon Brothers. There's no question. They're being pushed as the new. They're trying to be pushed, I should say, as the new big bad tag team. And it's just a silly gimmick. I think more than likely they're gonna win, and I think they're gonna become the number one contenders for the tag titles after this win, and they're gonna fight whoever the tag team champions are at Royal Rumble. Just another throwaway match. I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest. I think both of these teams are pretty much going to be dropped way down in the ranks after the first of the year. Yeah, that's just what I think about them. Bludgeon Brothers, they're going to win, though. There's no question about it. Next is another tag team match. I'm a little excited about this one, but then again, I'm kind of weirded out by the tag team situation on SmackDown right now. It just kind of feels like they're throwing a bunch of people together. But it's the Fatal 4-Way match for the tag team championships. You got the Usos versus the New Day versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus Rusev and Aiden English. I think it's cool because it's a 4-way tag team match. I always like when there's lots of people in the ring. Usos are the champions right now. I think they're gonna lose the belts just because Royal Rumble's coming up, and by losing the belts, it can set something up for Royal Rumble. The question is, who do I think is gonna take them? I don't think it's gonna be the New Day. I think that Usos versus New Day has kind of run its course. We've seen that. It's done. I don't think they're going to have the New Day win just to turn right around and fight the Usos at Royal Rumble. I don't think it's going to go that way. Rusev and Aiden English, I don't think they're going to win either because they're just kind of thrown together, I think, and they're just kind of floundering. I know they got thrown into this match because they did something crazy on one of the past SmackDowns, but I think they were just thrown in it for star power. Rusev. People like Rusev. I think if anyone's gonna win, it's other than the Usos, it's gonna be Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. They've been kind of pushed since they got together. They've slowly been moving up the ranks. I think I don't know though. I don't think they're ready. I don't think WWE thinks they're ready yet. So I'm gonna change it. The Usos are gonna retain. They're gonna win, and yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna keep their belts, and they're gonna go on to Royal Rumble to face the Bludgeon Brothers. That's what I'm saying. So Usos are gonna win that match. Next is probably the match I'm looking forward to the most, and that's the triple threat match for the U.S. belt. Why am I looking forward to this one the most? I like the United States Championship, and I like the Intercontinental Championship. I enjoy watching those matches more than like the big belt matches because these are mid carders who are trying to get up to the top. Some of them have been there and dropped back down. Others are trying to get up there, so they put on, I think, better quality matches. It's like I said before, I like to see opportunities given, and that's where the mid-card championships come into play. It's always the up-and-comers. That's the belt they go for, and it's a way to establish themselves. Plus, I'm really digging all three of the superstars in this match. You got Bobby Roode. He just debuted, a few months ago, and they're doing him pretty, they're building him correctly, I think. He came not long after Shinsuke did, but Shinsuke Nakamura got thrown right into the title scene. And now look at him. He's up there, but he's kind of not doing anything. Kind of like what happened with Finn Balor. Thrown right into the title scene immediately on their debut, or not long after, and now they don't know what to do with him. With Bobby Roode, though, they started him at the bottom. He started out feuding with Dolph Ziggler, and he's moved his way up now going for the U.S. belt. He was in the Survivor Series match last month. He's not being thrust into that spotlight immediately. He's having a chance to build himself, and I like that. I like to see that. Plus, you got Baron Corbin, who I think is making a comeback. He was almost a victim of the thrust in the spotlight thing, like I was just talking about. He came in, they pushed him really hard, got him that Money in the Bank thing, and then they screwed that all up. But they've given him the U.S. belt now, and they've kind of slowed him down. They've slowed things down with him instead of just throwing him into every big title match. They've slowed it down, put him against some mid carders, let him build himself up to be a threat, and now he's got the belt. He's got the U.S. belt, and I think he's doing a good job carrying it. I think he's doing pretty good. And then we got Dolph. Dolph has always been one of my favorites, and it really sucks the way they've been treating him. They've, really dropped him down to nothing instead of just taking the time to, like they did with Baron, just slow down. Give him some small time matches. They started doing that with him and Bobby Roode, but then they gave him this stupid impersonation gimmick, which is always just a nail in the coffin for a superstar when you're given like a comedy gimmick like that. But I think he's had his punishment, I think, and I think he's ready to start moving back up, start being relevant again. But there's really, when it comes to who I think is going to win this match, there's two different choices I have to go with. I got who I want to win and who I think's gonna win. Who do I want to win? I want to see Dolph Ziggler win. I want to see him become relevant again. I think he's a great worker. I think he could do great things. So I'd love to see him win and just carry this thing all the way to WrestleMania and just really build something up. Who do I think's gonna win? Bobby Roode. I think it's finally time that WWE thinks he's. I think they're finally gonna pull the trigger on him. It's probably gonna be Bobby Roode that's gonna win the belt, and then Baron Corbin's gonna have his rematch at Royal Rumble. But Bobby Roode's gonna win it. I think he's gonna win it. And he's gonna carry it for a while, at least to WrestleMania. I think. So yeah, Bobby Roode for the U.S. belt. Next is, let's see. I missed one. I know I did. The women's match. Yeah, the women's match between Charlotte and Natalya. Uh, just same match, different package. It's like I keep saying. The women's divisions on both sides right now are just pretty much doing. Let's put as many women as we can in or around the ring. Let's have multiple tag team matches. You very rarely just see a one-on-one. I know we did it Survivor Series, but it's almost nowadays it's becoming to where you don't see just a one-on-one built-up rivalry between the women. It's always they're all involved somehow, and it's no different with this match. It's a lumberjack or a lumberjill match. So yeah, it's one-on-one with Charlotte and Natalya, but all the rest of the women are going to be out there. So same match, different package. I think more than likely the three new ones, I can't remember their names because personally I don't think they're important. They're going to get involved somehow and screw it up for Charlotte. But I don't think Natalya's going to win. I think, she's kind of like, I consider her kind of the Zack Ryder of the women. She's very talented, very good, and she deserves to have her pushes, but she never gets them. And when she does get them, they're not for very long. Look at Zack Ryder. He won the Intercontinental Championship a while back, I think, at WrestleMania, and I think he lost it like the next week. So I think Natalya's done for a while. We got Royal Rumble coming up. They need some big names with the belts. So I think Charlotte's going to win this. There's going to be outside interference, more than likely. I'm pretty almost 100% positive. But yeah, Charlotte Flair going to keep her belt. No questions asked there. WWE Championship match. I'm saying this one now because I don't think it's going to be the last match of the night. I think the Randy Orton, Shinsuke, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, I think that's going to be the last match of the night. So I'm going to go with the championship match first. AJ is going to win. Like I said, it's the same thing with Charlotte. We're moving into Royal Rumble time. We're getting on the road to WrestleMania. They need some big names behind the titles. And I think as much as WWE wanted Jinder to have that belt for a while, I think they finally realized that he's not ready. He did great with it. I think he from the time he won it to the time he lost it, I feel like he built himself up to be better, and he had some really good matches, but workers don't always get paid in WWE the way they're supposed to. I think AJ is going to keep the belt. More than likely, the Singh brothers are going to get involved. There may be some other kind of outside interference setting up, AJ's next rivalry for, moving into Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. But I'm almost 100% positive AJ's keeping that belt. Yeah, AJ Styles. So the last match that I think it's going to be the last match of the night is the Randy Orton and Shinsuke versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It's becoming a trend. Shane cannot keep himself out of matches. It's like, come on, Shane, just let the guys do some stuff. Stop taking all the spotlight. You're starting to be like your brother-in-law, Triple H. I think it's cool though they added Daniel Bryan as well. I think they're going to do some kind of heel turn for Daniel. I think he's gonna him and Shane are gonna get into it. I think Daniel Bryan's gonna help Kevin Owens and Sami win, and I think it's gonna come down to some kind of story of where the indie, because all three of them, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Daniel Bryan are from the indies. They all got big on the indies. And I think they're gonna run with some kind of story with that. Now it may be something worded differently, but I think they're gonna team up somehow, and come this new alliance type thing. Uh, and they're ultimately gonna go after Shane. I think Randy Orton and Shinsuke are just kind of thrown in this because maybe they don't want Shane wrestling again because he's wrestled every pay-per-view. So I think they're just using Randy and Shinsuke as kind of filler, kind of let Shane wrestle through them. But I mean, ultimately, the real rivalry here is Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. So I think that's what we're leading to. And like I said, I think Daniel Bryan is gonna go bad. He's gonna become a heel, and he's gonna help Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn somehow. Or maybe this is the way they're pushing Daniel Bryan to be able to wrestle again. There's been rumors that he's been cleared to wrestle, and maybe they're setting up maybe a Shane McMahon Daniel Bryan thing. We are getting into WrestleMania season, so who knows? I am saying Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are gonna win because they're not gonna fire them. They're too. Kevin Owens is too big right now. They're not gonna let him go. Sami Zayn, he's just kind of there to be there, but Kevin Owens, they're not letting him go right now. They're not gonna fire him. That's just silly. To even put that stipulation in this match is just silly. So yeah, there it is. That's my predictions, guys. I know it's a little rushed. My hair looks a little rough. Just got out of the shower. I'm getting ready to head to work. So I wanted to throw this together real quick, but I'll run through it again. The matches that, as of now, that I know of are on here. And like I said, it's only 2 days away. I don't think they're going to add any more except maybe another pre-show match, which is going to be irrelevant anyways. So, but Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, I'm saying Mojo's going to win that one. Breezango versus the Bludgeon Brothers. The Bludgeon Brothers are going to take that one. The Fatal 4-Way for the tag titles, I'm saying the Usos are going to retain. They're going to keep those belts. The U.S. Championship Triple Threat match, I'm saying Bobby Roode's going to take that belt. He's going to win that match, carry it for a while. SmackDown Women's Championship, the Lumberjill match, Charlotte Flair is going to retain her belt. The WWE Championship match, AJ retaining his belt. And Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan as the special referees, saying Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are taking that match. So that's it. It's my predictions for Clash of Champions 2017. It's weird that they're calling it Clash of Champions because, to be honest, none of these belts are changing hands. I'm saying everybody that has a title, they're keeping that belt. We got Royal Rumble season coming up. They're all keeping their belts. I'm not really looking forward to this pay-per-view. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not getting my hopes up that it's gonna be a 5-star classic. So yeah, I'm looking past it, looking towards the Royal Rumble. That's my favorite pay-per-view of the year. So that's what I'm looking forward to. We're gonna get past this, move on into Royal Rumble. So there it is, guys. That's my predictions. Post another video on Sunday after the pay-per-view. Might be Monday because I got to work Sunday, but it might be Monday morning. And I'll go through and talk about what I got wrong, what I got right, and just what I thought of the pay-per-view. But till next time, guys, have fun, enjoy your life, do what makes you happy, and until next time, see ya.